Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 30 of Magic Farm. And Oliver welcomes you as well. And since it is episode 30, I will also be including the updated download for this map. I will probably be having the map ready for download even before I upload this video. I hope everything will work out with that. It's the sun is setting. That's why I was in the house. Okay. But there are a few things I want to take care of. But I want to kind of focus on the polishing up stuff before I get the upload ready. And that will include a lot of the stuff from down there and probably go ahead and at least build a one path dirt road going over to the village that's over there, and maybe which direction was it? The one that's over that way, I think. But first, let's go ahead and sleep. I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I went ahead and fixed up down in the tree grinder. I still need to come up with a better name for that, but for now, tree grinder seems to work. Come in here. I did make it a little bit less rough. I'm going to make it a lot more uniform, probably some sort of bricks or something, I don't know, instead of just all this cobblestone or just smooth stone. But this is all nice and enclosed. I do have the arborist's chest there, which reminds me I need to grab one of these saplings here. Does that count? No, species 0, so these don't count. It says 105, or 105, not 100 and. Go up there. No, not there. Anyway, once this fills up, I will be turning off the output because then I'll switch it over to manual. But let's take a look in here. I have tossed some clear glass in here as a floor, and then this area is going to be the individual types of wood, so that will have to wait for the actual blocks themselves to be grown. And this is going to be 4 levels deep, so I'm going to continue this on downward. I did find out that I can't use this iron pickaxe here to dig this quartz. So I'm going to have to figure out what I need to do in order to get that. But it's not imperative right now, and I should be able to find all kinds of that stuff all over the place anyway, so I'm not too concerned with it there. The only problem I'll have is if I encounter some going down from here. But this clear glass is, I'm going to have to be a little careful with it because I don't want to accidentally be over punching. That was just one click and it broke these two here. But you can harvest them and replace them, no big deal. But these are all going to fill up with their appropriate woods, and then I'm going to have a sign probably just on this block here, this row, all the way down to it's all labeled. But the next thing I want to work on, like I said, is with regards to the road, because I want to be able to have access over to that village that's over that way. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of surveying here off camera in a little bit, but I'm trying to decide, and I think it's just going to be at the other end, but I'm trying to decide if I want the road to just start from here or keep going that way a while and then hook that way. But that will have to be probably maybe a fly through, just so I can see what it looks like from above. See if it's worth doing the diagonal starting here or not. But I'm going to go ahead and do some finishing up over there in the tree grinder, and then either walk or maybe fly. I'm trying to avoid using that, even though it's something I can switch over to, but I do want it to look a little bit better than just straight line, straight line, straight line everywhere. See if I can do some sort of contour road, or I may just start off with a basic dirt road. Who knows? But I'm going to go ahead and cut here, get some polishing up done, and then I will be right back. So one quick thing that I have discovered that kind of bothers me. I have gone, instead of like here, pretend this is the road going past the barn. Instead of going in that direction to uh, go over to the village, which I did go ahead and cordon off with torches the path that I'm going to be taking for the road there. I also went over in the other direction to see if there's anything that I wanted, any features I wanted to consider building a road to over here, and there are. However, it's some incidental features that are kind of troublesome, and what I mean by that is apparently not all of the same biomes were available between updates. So, even though I have all the biomes turned on, either the generation or just the available biomes are different from what they were when I ventured over in this area in during a previous adventure in my recording, because these are chunk boundary lines here. I went ahead and checked, and what that means is that's supposed to be ice there and something else, some other stuff. I am kind of confused, maybe a little bothered by the fact that it is different. So I'm going to have to decide if I want to keep this like this or reload and see if I can get it to load a different biome set. But I checked the config file and everything's turned on. So I don't even know if I can change it. It's kind of bothersome. Thankfully, though, I didn't really go exploring off in this direction all too terribly much. So it basically stops off with this ice and snow here, and then goes right into whatever that is over there. But I am puzzled. I don't know what was taken out, or if there's something new added, or what, but the terrain, no, bad idea. The terrain generation is different from what the original load of this was. So I'm going to have to make a decision. I'm probably just going to leave it as is and just pretend it's not there, or maybe try to make it look more uniform later on. But I'm literally just around the bend from where the house is. It was over, well, I can almost see it. I actually got a few supplies from this biome early on. Some saplings that have since just sat in a chest. But I think I can get back up from here. Maybe I have to go around this way. I want you to see from the top of this hill, if I can get to the top of the hill. Hiya. Alright. Hey. Okay. Aha. Well, I'm not at the top. Let me up. Huh. Hiya. Ooh. Alright. want you to see the view from up here. It's actually kind of neat. If I can get somewhere where it's clear. Come over here. There we go. Got this neat looking bay here. So I'm probably going to be doing something with this in the near future. Probably over the next 10 episodes, maybe do something over here. But that's going to have to wait. I'm going to have to do the things that I've already set out to do. I just wanted to explore around and see if I wanted to spend any resources in the near future over this way. And there's plenty of stuff over here, one way or the other, for me to take a look at. And you scared me. I am running a little bit low on the food that I have on me. Grabbed the last of the handful of apples that I had. I had to figure out something to do with all those spare apples. But anyway, whoa, yeah, okay. And over here, this looks good. Well, I'm glad it's not nighttime. I did find a whole bunch of those, well, that's not one, those gaps where quarried stone was, and then was deleted later on. There's all kinds of weird little caves everywhere that are just pockmarked all over the place. Almost fell in one on the way in this direction, but that really does bother me, the whole quarried stone nonsense. But what can you do? Move on with everything else. But just to give you an idea where I just was, you can see the rest of my farm over here. I was literally like 3 or 4 biomes away, and they're just regular sized biomes, so not too terribly much of a journey. I was just looking to see. So what I'm going to do, long story short, is I'm going to have this actually cross over to... why didn't I just make dirt? I'm going to have it, you can see where I put the torches. It's going to cross over to here, and then it's going to split, and I'm going to have one road going off in this direction here, probably straight through this way, and have a little outpost. Oh, I saw a couple beehives along the way. And the other road is going to just, let's see if I can rejoin it. Where are you, torches? There we go. This road's going to come over here. I tried to keep it at one ground level as best as possible. I know it does have a little bit of bumpiness in the terrain. Next torch over here. Hello, chicken. And then it turns over this way. I'll flatten this out and cut down some of the trees. And then I'm going to have maybe some arch bridges. Oh, wait, torches go this way. Over to, oh, yeah, this part that juts out. Over to here, and then I'll have some arch bridges going over from here to that island, and then from that island over to the rest of the land. Over there you can see the trees from here, and then from there I'll have the road go over to that village where you can sort of start making it out. And I am not next to my house at nighttime, so I'm going to run back home and probably get some dirt. Maybe I'll do it with gravel or something. Oh, I can't sprint. That'll do. Go ahead and lay out the road, and then I'm going to get back to work on finishing up the collection of barrels and clear glass and everything like that for over in the wood maintenance and collection area, the grinder room, whatever I'm going to call it. And then I will see what other projects I want to go ahead and finish up before I get the map ready to go. Probably will not be doing any Thumbcraft stuff for this episode, just a fair warning. And it is dark. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm over here at the village for a couple reasons. One is because I wanted to go ahead and get myself some potatoes here, because someone pointed out that this village seemed to have had potatoes, so that is taken care of now. Those are all the grown-up ones? Yes. But also, because I want you guys to see where I have the road going, basically it's going to be attaching to here, but it's going to be doing so probably more out this way. If I go this direction, eventually there will be... that's a little bit farther than I remembered. Cluck cluck. I have an egg, I think. I do have to go past some poison and some oil, but that's alright. Or some... whatever that brownish muck is. But it comes in over here. And I'm just going to, from here, have it be a straight stretch in that direction. And use this as a sort of a small hub, so I can have access in that direction there. But the road is basically going to be this. It's 5x1 slope for this part. And I'm going to be making, instead of the arch bridges, I had thought about it, and it looked, in my head, it looked like it would have been out of place to do an arch bridge here. So I'm just going to do one of those really low wooden bridges. But the road will be coming this direction and following this gravel pathway. I'll be replacing it with the actual brownstone road. That way I can get a little bit better travel time on it. But there are a few straight stretches. Oh, it disappeared. There are a few straight stretches that I have included, mostly because I do plan on doing the brownstone, but also because there really wasn't any need to have windy, curvy stuff, because the terrain wasn't really all that bad. But I am doing the 45-degree angles. That way I can have a little bit better control over turning. Probably at all of the junctions, I'm going to be doing some just like a cobblestone section, because on this road, if you're going this way, you get and you go around a corner real quick, you get flung off in this direction instead of going around the corner the way you wanted to. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of design for the bends, but other than that, it's mainly going to be straight stretches. My bees are going pretty okay here. I'm certain I've got the cultivated stabilized now. I haven't talked about the bees in a while, but I've been waiting for this to acquire a whole stack, which it hasn't yet. So that's going to have to be something to wait on. Probably we'll have the cultivateds over there before the end of this episode. Move the egg down. I am going to be acquiring a bunch more seeds here shortly when I go to finish the layout of the road. I'm going to go attack it with a sickle, or is it a sickle or a scythe? Scythe. Wait. There's two kinds of scythes. I wonder which one. I'll have to look that up. But I'm going to go ahead and mow some grass, empty out my inventory. I grabbed way too much gravel, but I can use that for making some more brownstone, I guess. I don't know how much spare brownstone I have. Plenty. But I will go ahead and put some of it in there, some in there. Alright, that should do it. And I will go ahead and plant these potatoes and get the rest of the road set up over there. And then it is time to finish up down underground over here. And hopefully I don't run into that special quartz crystal. That would be annoying, because I don't know what I have to make in order to break it. But I will find that out soon enough. In the meantime, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got this floor taken care of earlier. This is the floor I showed you before. Got the floor done underneath it, and all of the barrels and everything are in place. And the space for the wood and planks up there, or the two logs there and the planks down there rather, and the stairs. However, when it came to this floor, I came across a bunch of these. There's some there, there's one there. Ooh, I forgot to check that. Oh, okay. So, I'm going to have to figure out what I need in order to harvest that stuff. I'm going to start with a diamond pickaxe, and hopefully that will work. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to do some trial and error stuff, because I thought that iron was supposed to be able to dig that, and so that means that there's some different settings for Magic Farm that I'm not aware of, and I'm going to have to deal with it. But I'm going to first start with diamond, see where that gets me. Hopefully that's where the conundrum will solve itself. But this has been grinding away pretty faithfully. I've made several stacks of barrels for filling the walls down there, so I've gone through a bunch of logs, but it fills up pretty quick. And this is starting to get to the overflow point. Eventually, once this gets full, I'll just send all the saplings down to this void pipe here, where all the apples are going, so I don't have to worry about an overstock of those. And when it comes time to switching trees, tree species, what I'll be doing is just migrating the saplings, the logs, and taking some of the logs and putting them in here. I think I figured I need, let's see here, 72 stacks of logs in order to fill that with logs and that with planks. And then I'll need a little bit more for this, so it'll be, I guess, 72 stacks plus one more log. Or, no. That's not right. It wouldn't be one more log. Plus maybe another stack. But anyway, I am going to go make a diamond pickaxe and see if I can solve my dilemma that way. If not, like I said, it's experiment time. So I'll be back. Well, as it turns out, you can't make a diamond pickaxe. So I guess it's time to do some experiments. I might even, if I start getting too frustrated, just have to hop on a wiki or something and figure out what's going on there. But yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to go figure this out, and I'll be back. Alright, so just on a hunch, I typed in pick down here and found the diamond pickaxe, clicked on it, and as it turns out, you can make a diamond pickaxe using a thermionic fabricator. So I need to make myself a pickaxe cast, which is a cast, or a wax cast with 3 wax over it, and I'm going to assume that it'll take 3 diamonds, but I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and try this and see how well that works. So I got the pickaxe cast. I have the thermionic fabricator set up here, so the cast will go there. This will go like that, and those like that. Whoops, like that. Fuel, fuel. Excellent. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take to get up to temp. So I'm going to cut here, and I'll be back in just a bit. Hopefully this will actually work. Talk to you shortly. Okay, so the thermionic fabricator was taking forever up there. I didn't get any red down here at all. So I went ahead and moved it down here, attached to this engine, the, what's it called? Combustion engine. And I have it attached to the power output over on just on the other side from where I am. And it seems to be doing okay there. So I'm going to let it do its thing, and hopefully all I need is just those 3 diamonds. Of course it is nighttime. If this doesn't do it, then there's something seriously going wrong here, because this is, as far as I understand it, one of the most powerful engines that there is in the mod pack. So I'm hopeful. It's actually got red on here now, so we'll see. But I will go ahead and cut here and see if we can get one of those pickaxes out of here. See you in a bit. Alright, I took out the diamonds from in here just to make sure that you guys found out with me whether this works. First off, obviously it did get up to temperature. It just has to be able to meet or exceed that bar there. And it looks like it's either full or almost full. I can't tell if that's all the way full or not. But it's past the bar, so it should be hot enough. So I'm going to toss in 3 diamonds in here and get a diamond pickaxe. So let's go try this out. I have been doing a little bit of digging down here, just a little, to clear out the area for the next floor. But let's see if this works. It does! Yay! Well, that's very happy. I'm very glad about that. And now you also know that the diamond pickaxe will pick up this stuff. Oh, my inventory. Right. I'll put that in there for now. I am very happy that that's all it took. Since I already had a thermionic fabricator built, I saw the recipe, thought, you know what, I'm going to try it, and now we all know that it works just fine. I'm very happy with this. So I'm going to put this in here and get back to clearing that out, and then I'm going to make this look a little bit sharper, as well as this part in here. And then it's, I guess, off to finish laying the road over that way. Oh, I need to sleep. And then I think I'll probably, after I'm done with the road, go ahead and wrap up the episode. Not quite sure yet. We'll find out in a bit. So I'm going to get back to clearing that out, and I'll talk to you shortly. Alright, while this grinds away at the oak trees, or the apple oak trees rather, I am kind of shocked that I hadn't already made one of these treealizer things. I looked around at all the chests and everything, and I couldn't find it. Anywhere in there, nothing up on the shelves. So I thought for sure I had already made one, but I guess not. So just a real quick blurb here. In order to make this treealizer, which is what you need in order to identify the traits of the saplings that you get from breeding, You're going to need some copper, some glass panes, some redstone, and some a diamond, and 2 buckets of water, all in a carpenter. And then you just need to supply it some juice, and this little progress bar will slowly go up, and you'll get yourself a trializer. And I will show you what I'm planning on doing with that here in just a moment once it finishes cooking. Um, I have been working down here trying to make it look a little bit sharper. I have the fir wood going around at the one level off the floor height all the way around everywhere and on all the floors down there. But behind the glass on all the floors, I want to have some spruce. So the next tree that I'm going to be running through the grinder here is going to have to be spruce. I put some jungle and some birch next to it. Neither of those really looked all that good. So I'm going to go with the spruce. And then at the floor level and all of the levels above the fir here, I'm probably going to just go with the stone bricks. I might go some sort of chiseled pattern. I'm not sure, but I think along with the fir and the spruce, I think these stone bricks are going to look pretty nice. So that's what I'm going with there. Obviously, these dirt are going to be replaced by their respective plank types and stair types. So I don't care how these look. That's going to just be piecemeal as it goes in. So I have no rhyme or reason for this. It's just placeholder dirt, which will be replaced by a whole bunch of different types of wood that look probably really gaudy next to each other. But for right now, for all this, I can actually at least make this look decent. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Well, after this is done doing some of the logs, I'm done making these barrels. I went through so many logs making these, but I have all of the barrels in place. So now all I need to do is collect a bunch of those, make a bunch of logs, and then I am going to either make the sawmill, which spits out sawdust for a different that you can use to make the compressed sawdust there, or the lumber mill, which also spits out, I think, sawdust and bark. Let's see here. I don't know if bark's in here. Yes, bark. Now, does it have a usage? Mulch. Okay, useless. Alright, but I'm going to go ahead and let this do its thing, and then I will finish this up. If it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get the spruce logs in a reasonable amount of time, then I will just go back to finishing the road and then polish off the episode with the whatever I have complete of the road going out there and the stuff down there, and then finish it off the building aspect of it after I'm done recording. That way I don't have to spend too much time on the camera doing all the busy work. But I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and I'll be back with an update. Okay, so I have finished laying the road, the gravel version of the road, all the way over to the village. Wait, I just noticed that there's no leaves on that tree. Anyway, distraction, sorry. The road goes all the way over. I have named the village Feldview. Haha! It is called Feldview, and it is half a kilometer that way. So the gravel goes all the way over. Eventually, it'll get replaced by this brownstone road, the half slabs all the way over. But for now, it's going to be just gravel to mark the place. That way you guys can just follow it if you want to download the map and go take a look yourself. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is swapping out the oak tree farm with a spruce version. That way I can start getting the spruce logs and planks and all that to finish down below decks. But that's pretty much all I'm going to be working on before I get the map ready for upload. It's basically just been some finishing up and polishing up some stuff today. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. It's been a little bit longer of an episode than I had anticipated, but that's all right. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below or in my inbox. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please give it a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. And if you are interested in taking a poke around at this map, I will be leaving a link to the new download in the description below, so you can go get that. And you'll also have access to all of the previous versions of the map for every other 10th episode, and 10, 20, 30, so on and so forth. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. So thank you once again for watching. This is Storm of Night, and I will talk to you later.